Ako na po yung Assistant Director for Social Development Staff ng NEDA. So bago in the field of social development. Pero hindi naman ganun kabago kasi we've been together with Mr. J. Laksamana in population and development. So development concerns pa rin. Before we present the NEDA's perspective on the present bill, let me refresh your mind on what our plan for this administration is. Dalawa lang yung objective or thrust of the current administration. That is poverty reduction and inclusive growth. So poverty reduction, we all know what that is about. And inclusive growth, what's the difference of inclusive growth with the former character of growth that we are having? Mahirap tagalugin yung kung ano yung inclusive growth. Pero naiintindihan ng lahat if we say sama-sama sa pag-asenso. At in sama-sama, in inclusive growth, what we really mean is that everybody should be participating in the kind of growth that we are having. We just not want growth to be trickling down, but in every phase of the economic development, everybody would be in the process. So this is consistent. The plan is consistent with the campaign platform of President Aquino, which is enunciated in his social contract with the Filipino people. And the overarching theme of this development plan is good governance and anti-corruption. This is similar to what this coalition is espousing for. So, what's the character or what do we mean by inclusive growth? We want a very high economic growth of 7 to 8% for at least 6 years. Currently, what we are having as GDP growth is around 3 to 4% every year, and we think that this is not enough. In order for everybody to attain a considerable or a comfortable level of income, GDP should be growing by around 7 to 8%. What does this mean? Given a population growth rate of around 2%, it will mean that everyone, on the average, should be having an increase in per capita income of around 5 to 6%. Medyo malaki yata yun, di ba? Similar to what you get as interest for your loans in many commercial banks. So growth that generates mass employment, in the next 5 years, we want to create massive employment. We want to attain at least 1 million jobs for each year. And last year, we have already attained that. We actually hit around 1.1 jobs last year, or employment last year. And this was shown to us by the Labor Force Survey of the NSO. And to generate mass employment, hindi lang marami, but we want this to be fast. That's why the trust is on agribusiness and tourism industry. We want this growth to reduce poverty, including the achievement of Millennium Development Goals. You all know that we have a new boss in NEDA, and he is the poverty guru, poverty expert here in the Philippines. And our marching order is to attain the Millennium Development Goals by 2015. And number 1 goal is poverty reduction. So reduce by half poverty reduction, poverty incidence to around 16.6% by 2015. And also, the recent report on the Millennium Development Goals showed that we have low probability of attaining the goal on maternal health and universal primary education. That's why recently he met with the concerned secretaries, Secretary Suleiman, Secretary Luistro, and Tariona. As chair of the Social Development Cluster, this is a NEDA board committee, to uh, strategize on how to attain these goals by 2015. So for the plan target by 2016, we have a GDP growth target of 7 to 8%. We want to increase investment to GDP ratio by 22%, although this will still be lower than our neighboring countries. Currently, the Philippines has the lowest investment to GDP ratio among ASEAN countries. The baseline ratio was around 15%, so it means increasing this ratio by at least 1% each year. We want to create at least 1 million jobs each year, reduce poverty to 16%, and attain the Millennium Development Goals. The plan focuses on five key strategies. We think that we have, before coming up with the plan, government had this exercise on identifying the key constraints to growth and poverty. And the five key constraints which corresponds to the strategies are low competitiveness of the Philippine industries. For the first strategy, it means that if we improve competitiveness, it will be enough to generate massive employment. And the other constraint was access to financing. It is very difficult to get loans for your businesses, right? Yung maraming collateral na hihingi, maraming requirements na hihingi. Although you can hear news that maraming pera yung bangko, hindi naman nagpapautang. And then there is lack of physical infrastructure, which we need in order to connect the various markets. Then we want to promote transparent and responsive governance. This is basically addressing mga anti-corruption and red tapes in business transactions. Development human resource to improve social services. And we know that for a fact that the only asset the poor has is yung labor niya. So we want to improve human capital. All this would be done through other overarching strategies, such as we really need to stabilize or to have a stable macroeconomic environment. We want to ensure that there is ecological integrity. We want to improve education, science, and technology. And then we have, in order to grow, there should be peace and national security. So to boost competitiveness to generate employment, we want to ensure that there is competitive, sustainable, and technology-based agriculture and fisheries sector. These are basically the sectors that the social enterprises are working with, and we want to strengthen competitiveness of industry and services sector. These are also all present in the current version of the present bill. We also want to support the MSMEs, or the micro, small, and medium enterprises. Although, to be honest about it, the first time I heard about social entrepreneurship was when I talked with Jay during the plan consultation in January 2011. So sabi namin, what's the difference with pure or direct entrepreneurship with social entrepreneurship? So kaya siguro kulang ba ng advocacy, or or walang nakaintindi what social entrepreneurship was all about. Medyo parang hindi nyo makita yung term dun sa, yung word dun sa plan. But looking at the version of the bill, na-address naman yung concerns of social entrepreneurship. And then we want to reform transportation and goods production, as what Congressman Tañada has identified in his keynote, and streamline business processes in order for businesses to grow. Ito yung a poor person would only have his human or yung labor niya as an asset or as a factor of production. So what we basically want to for that person to join or to participate in economic growth, we want to develop that human capital. And these are through providing the necessary social services, basic health and education, social protection, asset reform, all those, and other social services. And then we have the major programs for human development. We have the CCT program, known as the Pantawid Pamilya, which we plan to have 3 million beneficiaries. Universal coverage of elementary education by 2015, which recent reports are showing that we have low probability of attaining, but with this new strategy with the concerned agencies, we want to attain universal coverage. Expanded coverage under the PhilHealth's insurance program. This is being undertaken initially covering all the identified almost 5 million families and direct housing for around 1.5 million households by 2016. There's a separate chapter for social development. Most of the chapters in the plan are geared towards the economic subsectors and also supporting strategies like governance, peace process, and the only chapter on social development is chapter 8. But we think that social development chapter provides you the comprehensive framework in order to improve human capital, in order for us to really make a dent on poverty. So you will find in this chapter delivery of basic social services, education, training, health and nutrition, population and development, housing, social protection, and asset reform. And the next few slides will just show you the uh, achievement in terms of the Millennium Development Goals, particularly on poverty reduction. So maybe this just duplicates with what Yusek Esquera has already shown you earlier. Maybe we can go to the maybe some comments on the present version of the present bill.